All right, so here's the plane, all adjusted and ready to fly. Everything nice and even. That's the way you make these fly. Some paper airplane adjusting skills are required, but basically you want it to look like this when it's done. I'm not squeezing anything, I'm just letting it rest on my hand. So there's the shape of the flight ready model. You have to bend the little tips up a little bit. I've messed up on this tutorial many times. Anyway, hope we get it right this time. So you start with your dollar. Reasonably flat one is good. New one is better. Fold in half, don't crease anything. Bring the edge over to this, just that little green skinny line showing. Right there, line up the corners. Pinch right in the middle. Right here. Unfold that. Now fold this edge to the pinch mark. Line up your corners. Now make this really straight. Turn it over. Get the other side really straight. Once it's nice and good, crease that down. Now open that up. Fold this edge to that crease. The smaller the plane is, the more precision all the folds have to be. And the aerodynamics of adjusting it to make it fly properly. Okay, so now fold in half. Line up this front edge really good. And we're going to crease the first part in the corner nice and hard. And then go to the back, line it up. And now don't crease this really hard, just pinch it in some. If you crease it really hard, then it'll curve the paper and that'll affect your flight. So I'm not pinching really hard. I'm just setting it in there a little bit. But right here you can crease firmly. It's no problem. Okay, now the next step is to fold each of these two edges down to the center one at a time. So don't let this slip out. You can set it down and do it. Make it a nice airplane fold all the way to that edge right here. If you can get it perfect all the way down to here, that's good too. Main thing is make both these the same. So before I'm creasing this one, I'm checking it with the other side. Lining it up right here. Okay. We've got that. Crease that down. Open it up. Try not to disturb this part of the paper. You want to keep it nice and flat and untouched. So, crease these down. Okay, it should be straight across here. Mine's a little crooked. Oh well. Now fold it right along the straight edge in. Slide the triangle this way to make nice sharp points right here. Keep the center line lined up with your center crease. Hang on a sec. Now fold it back down again. keeping this point there as much as you can. You can pinch here, push that in, and then line these up. Make sure it's lined up all the way going back, and then crease this down right here. Like I said, just do this a little bit. You can do it a little bit each time we mess with that. So now we're bringing this point to here, or really this flat edge to this heavy creased area. So you fold that down. Right to there. And just pinch it up that way. Crease it really good right here. It's very thick. And then it's thinner right there. Flip over. Do the same thing. But before you crease it down, make sure these are nice and even from the point here all the way to this point. So that looks really good. Pinch that down. Straighten these, make sure these line up. Give it a little bit more crease, not too much. Now lay it back down and open up the last two folds. Now, right here, the paper's thick and heavy, but it's a little bit weaker over here. So you're just going to fold this point in till the paper gets thicker. You can feel in there, right about here, the thick paper stops. So you just feel it, and you fold this over. With this edge pointing toward the center line, right about there. Make this go all the way over to that point. Crease that down good. Now do the same on this other one. I'm just folding over this soft edge all the way to that point. Now, if you're not sure if you're getting them the same, then go ahead and check before you crease them. These should come out about even. That's a little bit off there. I'm going to just fold that in a little bit more. At least the paper's soft there, so you can redo it pretty easy. All right. That's pretty close there. I'm just going to leave it now. Now, put your finger under this area and hold this down. And lift up this point, but don't just fold it over. When you lift it up, pull this way a little bit with it, so we get it nice and tight along this edge. So like that. It'll kink up your paper a little bit here. That's what you want. Now get that line lined up on this line. Pinch right here. Now while you're pinching, fold the paper in half. Don't let this come undone. And like that. So now you've got this little bulky triangle sticking down both sides. Now make sure these are nice and even. And they're looking good. Follow all, see, I'm not even using new dollar here. Follow all the way back. Line that up. Pinch right here a little bit. But don't crease it really hard right here. You're just checking to make sure everything's in order symmetrically. So now this is probably the hardest part because the paper's really thick here. But we want to fold this edge down to this edge, making a nice sharp point here. So, but we're not going to fold all the way back. Don't worry about that. We're just doing this thick part. So just fold that on down to the bottom to this edge. Yeah, not here. Sorry about that. Okay, so just pinch that thick part. And then just let that be. Turn it over. You're really just you're folding down to the edge of this triangle point, pretty much. Well, anyway, don't fold any of this triangle. So now we've got to get this one down. It's really thick, and I'm just making sure it's the same as the other one. This one's a little bit more. Okay. So now we've got those pinched down. They're about the same there. So now you hold this, but we're not going to just extend this crease directly. We're going to put a finger under there and just bring it down this way more. So you can open up one side and just pull this down some. But see, you don't want it to fold like that right there. You want it to fold down here. So we're going to bring, just grab right here. Put your finger there and go by this angle and fold this down where you just got a little bit of the point showing of the back corner there. Right about there. So that's one wing. Now duplicate that on the other side. So just line it up. Basically don't have to hold this thick part very much. And line it up with the other one. Line up these two wingtip points. And bring it on up that way. Now, you can crease the wings separately. But if you do them together, it'll curve the whole plane. So now, grab right here on that little triangle. Pull these up. Pull this up. Basically, you're flattening them back out again. Sorry, I keep getting out of view. I hope I'm in there. Now pinch on this triangle. Bend these back down a little. Push these down a little. And there's the basic part of your plane now. You have to spend a little time straightening everything up. Make them both the same on the wings. And sometimes widen this up a little bit. But that's about the shape right there. Okay, and there you go. And that one is actually flying just as it is right now. Wow. It went great. So that's the design. Practice folding it a little bit. And get your paper airplane adjusting skills. There's plenty of videos about that on YouTube. And enjoy your little plane. You can play catch with your friends. It's pretty fun. You want to throw it straight like that. I throw it straight out. And if you hold it up high, just try to release it going straight so it doesn't have to try to adjust much right when you let go. Holding it here is good. You can hold it here if you want, but then it moves quite a bit. Just pinch right here. Throw it nice and level and give it a firm toss and it'll fly for you. Thanks for watching.